From Giles Corrin on X. This morning I cancelled our family holiday to America. I cannot in good conscience take my wife and children there and tell them they will be safe. The United States is no longer a place for decent people. You knew he'd be called Giles, didn't you? You just knew it. Giles or Tarquin, if they're a man. Guinevere or Meredith, if it's a girl. So Giles, we're going to have a talk about Giles, because it turns out, like many of his ilk, he's a hypocritical plank, isn't he? Right, here's Giles. As you might imagine, he got absolutely butchered after making that post and writing that piece. He's been getting tortured online. People are digging into his background. He's, as usual, appallingly hypocritical. And he talked a lot of bollocks to Times Radio during an interview. So we'll have a quick watch of that. I'll dutifully rip the piss out of him. And then we'll cover some more of the interesting things that people have dug up online about him, proving that even he doesn't believe the total bollocks that he's spouting into cyberspace.
They've got half-trained goons walking the streets of blue state, liberal cities like Minneapolis, and you say the wrong thing and you end up being shot 6 times in the back of the head while pinned to the floor. And we had...
You say that's all he did. All he did, he said the wrong thing. Excuse me, officer, are we 5 or 6 hours behind GMT? No, he didn't say the wrong thing, did he? He went to a protest, accosted a federal officer, a law enforcement officer, legally going about his duty, and he was armed with a firearm and 2 spare magazines. I don't think that's, saying the wrong thing, is it?
And I was quite excited to go, and then this thing happened with Minneapolis. It started with Greenland. You go, yeah, Trump's nuts. It's a weird place, but that shouldn't stop me going on holiday. Right. I've always had faith in the American people. I love America. In the Bush years, all my liberal friends go, oh, it's so terrible, Bush. And I go, no, the Americans, they're great. It's okay when you're there. And then the second shooting, the Saturday, I literally went online and I just cancelled. I lose about 150 quid in taxes. I just cancelled it. I thought, I'm not going there. They've got half-trained goons walking the streets of blue state, liberal cities like Minneapolis, and you say the wrong thing and you end up being shot 6 times in the back of the head while pinned to the floor. Yeah. I wasn't planning to get in the way of any ICE agents, but you never know what's going to happen. And I just thought, I cannot put my family in the way of this lunatic militarized state in chaos.
Right. Okay, you can't put your family through it. How many British tourists with the families have been shot in the head by ICE agents? I can tell you why. I don't need to look it up. It's 0. 0 people have been shot in the head for no reason by ICE agents in the United States. None. Not a single one. If you don't accost law enforcement officers in the United States, you don't get shot in the head. It doesn't happen. And might I suggest that if the UK took a leaf out of the Americans' books and wasn't staffing the police entirely with little dumpy fat midgets who couldn't knock the skin off a rice pudding, maybe the UK wouldn't be going through what is basically a crime wave of astronomical proportions, because the coppers are about as much use as a nun's tits and don't get involved when people are getting attacked by criminals in the streets.
So I guess it's just repugnance at the violence we're all seeing, every day and every night coming out of Minneapolis.
Fear of it happening to me. Genuine, literally fear.
So he's a fanny. Yeah, so basically he's a total fanny as well. I would never have expected that from a man named Giles.
I don't like going to a country with the death penalty. I don't approve of it. And if you go to a place where the state kills its citizens, it could happen to you. I wouldn't fancy Saudi. I wouldn't fancy Iran, And so I've always had that slight worry in America. You say the wrong thing, you get mistaken for someone else, you go to court, the wrong thing happens, and you end up being on death row. So that always was a bit of a thing. Then you've got all the everybody's allowed to carry a gun. Now the state is killing its citizens and then saying, yeah, but he was carrying a gun. And you're going, but I thought that was legal. Is it legal or not legal? Even the National Rifle Association now are angry with these ICE officers. I literally, genuinely now believe it's tipped the balance into being too dangerous to go because you'll probably get killed.
Probably get killed. Okay, so it's bollocks. He doesn't believe what he's saying. He's full of shit. And he's a hypocrite, obviously, because if you say things that you don't mean or believe all the time, by definition, you're a liar and a hypocrite. But obviously, people have had a good root around on his profile, and what have they found? Behold, Giles Corrin on holiday with his family in Oman. In Oman, homosexuality and transsexuality are illegal, marital surprise sex and domestic abuse are legal, and at least 33,000 people are trapped in modern-day slavery. But hypocrisy is decriminalised, so Giles is okay. Yeah, typical. What a wanker. Then Lawrence Fox said to him, "There's a surprise sex reported every 54 minutes in London," and he went, "Do you really believe that?" Followed shortly after by, "Oh, I just Googled it. Looks like it's true." Ah, well. And I think to finish up, I'll share another video that went viral this morning. Unbelievable, from a place that I'm sure middle-class arseholes like Giles, who, you know, love French wine and smoking gitans on cashmere blankets. I'm sure he loves going to the south of France, doesn't he? In Lyon's Guletaire metro station, an immigrant stabbed a man in the neck after an accidental bump. Completely normal behaviour. Amazing. There's a fella, look, comes down the stairs. "Oh, sorry, mate," yeah. Mildly jostles him, so what does he do? Pulls out his piece, chases after him, and, well, I can't show you him getting the business end of his concealed blade, but you can guess what follows. I'll put a link down in the description so you can watch. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah, and John Cleese said hear, hear to that. So John Cleese has just gone completely round the twist, hasn't he? He's gone doolally tap in his old age, and he's completely brain dead. Totally gone. It's a shame. Old age makes fools of us all, John. I obviously made the following comment to him because, in my opinion, you know, coming from a country whose government let 250,000 little innocent children get diddled by foreign blokes because of, you know, they didn't want to appear racist. I think that's about, well, 1,000,000 times more twisted and sick and evil than 2 or 3 accidents regarding ICE agents where people get killed or injured. But that's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Maybe accidental killings of armed protesters is nowhere near as bad as MPs, coppers, judges and lawyers purposely letting foreign men torture and occasionally kill children. You'll have to let me know if you disagree in the comments. All right? Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Toodle pip. Cheers.